One might reasonably ask, how many Cinderella Lego castles does one person need? And the answer in my case is all of them. I'm Tom Bray since 1954. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm again outside in my summer building Lego spot out on my patio. It's a beautiful morning. What better morning to talk to you about Lego and about Lego Castle, which is what I'm currently obsessed with. Now, it seems like you can't walk 5 feet through a Lego store without hitting a Cinderella castle set. They seem to put one out every season, but this is a retired 4+ set. I had to go looking for it. I was fortunate to find it in my Bricks and Minifigs store, but it's available. You don't have to look far again, just like the Mickey Castle set. This is set number 43178, Cinderella's Castle Celebration. It's 168 pieces. And it comes in a smaller box than the Mickey Castle that I reviewed a few weeks ago. But don't let that small box fool you, because there's really a lot going on in this set. Again, it's a 4+ set, so there's no decals. Everything is screen printed. It's not as complicated a build, it's 4+, but it's not as intense of a build as the Mickey Castle set. There's not as much going on. There's ample play value in this set. Let's take a look at it. Again, just like the Mickey 4+ castle set, and like most of the 4+ castle sets, the first thing you'll notice is that it's a similar design and build, in that there's a center section, usually with an archway, and above it is a castle turret. In this case, it's a clock tower, which is a pretty standard Cinderella feature. You know, you have to have that clock piece that's pointing right towards midnight. And then on either side of it, a side room of the castle that's also a castle tower, a turret. And in this case, there's castle ramparts up top, and then flags at the very top of the roof pieces, which are again molded to look like roof tiles. Now, the other thing you'll notice is the beautiful art direction of the color. And in this case, the color theme seems to be pink, purple, and shades of blue, with a little bit of green grass thrown in. And I must say that it's enormously pleasing. Let's take a look at, first of all, some of the screen printing. So let's look at one of the side pieces. Now, on the side pieces, you'll see a window trimmed in gold with like scroll work. It's almost like leaded glass windows. That's the kind of the reminiscent feel of it. There's some banner flags that are hanging down that are also in the color theme of blue, white. The brick is kind of a purple shade, a light lavender shade. I think that's the kind of vibe that they're going for, and it works. And through the windows, you'll see kind of a blue and like shafts of white light that are supposedly cascading in the room. I just think it's really clever the way that's designed. Let's go and look up on the left side as to what we're seeing above. First of all, we see a jewel, a blue jewel, and then the roof piece and the flag pieces that are that kind of darker pink. Now, in the centerpiece, you have an archway, which is common for these kind of castle sets. This archway is kind of pointed at the top, so it's not entirely rounded, which makes it interesting architecturally to look at. And when you go up to the clock tower, you're seeing another archway. In this case, it's a piece in white, and in front of it is the slipper. You know, the classic Cinderella slipper. And again, Lego is very clever with this because it's actually screen printed right onto a clear brick. So it's not a piece that's particularly easy to lose, which is good for a 4+ set. And then right above it is the clock tower with that classic clock face that's in most of the Cinderella sets. So there's no news there. And then at the very top of the tower is a pink jeweled heart, which is kind of fun and cool. Now, there's another piece that's built to the side, and it's kind of like a trellis outdoor garden piece. And you can see it here. There's like a bench, which is very cleverly built with kind of a lattice piece on the back where you lean against the bench. There's a teapot and a cup and a candle. And then there's this kind of yellow thing, and I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be, whether it's balloons or if it's supposed to be a lantern. I'm not really sure, and I guess that's one of the appealing things about Lego. You're not always sure, so you can use your imagination to make it what you want it to be. Now, there is some detail in the interior of the castle, so if we turn it around and look in the back, there's stuff going on the side builds. So let's look first at the right side of the castle. On the bottom is the kitchen. And it's very simply built. It's kind of a fireplace with a simulated flame. Now, if you go up a story to the top story here on the right side, you'll see something that I haven't seen in a Lego set, and is quite amusing, and I'm sure would delight 4+ users, and that's a bathroom. And it's got a commode. It has some gold accents, which I'm sure you'll be delighted with. And then there's a faucet, a gold faucet, and a sink on one side. And then on the left is this very clever screen-printed mirror. So, at 4+, you have, autonomy and children who are probably delighted to be able to use the bathroom themselves and have been for a while. And so I can see that there's play value in having a bathroom in Cinderella's castle. I think it's actually charming. Now, if you go to the left side of the castle, on the bottom is a bedroom. And then up top, there's something going on, and I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe you can tell me. But it's an interesting build. It's got like a circular base to it and a blue top. And I really don't know what that is. But again, Lego provides you with the opportunity to use your imagination. So I think that's a good thing, isn't it? So that's basically this castle set. It comes with 3 pets and Cinderella, and it's charming. It's jam-packed full of stuff. There's good play value here. As a 4+ set, an introduction to the castle theme. Is it the best 4+ castle theme set? No, I don't think so. I think the Mickey set that I reviewed before is that, at least so far to me. But this is charming. And I have to say that the mini dolls are really growing on me. First of all, they stand up really well, I'm finding. And I think they fit well within the art direction of the set. It's very cleverly done. So that's it for now. Do you have this set? Are you planning on adding any 4+ retired Disney castle sets to your roster? Let me know in the comments. As always, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy building.